Keep it up. Okay.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Now let's all do dhyanam for a few minutes and then we can start the class. First, proper pranayama. Switch on cameras. Sit straight. First, deep exhalation, followed by deep inhalation. Hold the breath for as long as possible and exhale consciously. And during this process, make sure the mind doesn't wander anywhere. Mind has to focus only on the breath. And when you focus the mind on the breath, the mind will get quietened automatically over a period of time and relax your physical body. So, the relaxed body and focusing the mind on the breath can have very peaceful, calm mind and an excellent, energetic physical body. So, do at least 4 times now. Daily practice 3 times a day, at least 10 to 12 times. Then your body and mind both will be very efficient throughout the day. So, through this process, one can easily quieten the mind, and with a quietened mind, Upanishad mantras advise us to do dhyanam on the supreme principle, Brahma Tattvam. This dhyanam is called as nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is the dhyanam that you do after understanding what is Brahman. So, you mentally recollect the nature of Brahman during this process. So, this mantra, which appears in the middle of the Chandogya Upanishad, the Rishi says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Tat Jalaniti Shanta Upasita. Shanta. First, quieten the mind. Upasita. Here it is called Nididhyasanam. This dhyanam is called Nididhyasanam. which is reiterating with a quietened mind, understanding obtained from the Upanishads of the Brahma Tattvam. It is beyond Mananam. There are three stages. So, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Mananam is a process of clarifying the doubts. Nididhyasanam is reiterating again and again what you have understood. The quietened mind, the mind totally disconnected from everything, only focusing on this. So, this is called Nididhyasanam. And so, what is the nature of Brahman? You should recollect. Idam sarvam khalu. Verily, all around us, the only absolute reality is Brahman. And from this absolutely absolute truth. So, this is the only absolute truth. From this absolute truth, the relative reality, absolute reality called Brahman arises the relatively real universe. So, Brahman here is called Tajjalan. So, this process of creation, sustenance, dissolution continues. You identify this absolute truth called Brahman with your own true nature as Atman. So, during the study of Upanishads, you understand both Brahman and Atman as one and the same. This Atman, which is your true nature, is beyond words, beyond expression. But one can really understand that this Atman principle, pure consciousness, which is present in you, is also the absolute bliss. It's also your nature. Yeto vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidwan nabibheti kutascha neti anandam brahmano vidwan. Though this Brahman is beyond words, beyond explanation, beyond comprehension by the normal mind, which is outward going, that mind is focused on the systematic study of Vedanta Shastras and understanding this Brahman as Atman, will be able to realize that this Atman Brahman is nothing but your own true nature as Anandam. So Anandam is bliss, beyond joy and sorrow, beyond happiness and worries. So Anandam Brahmanaha, Anandahatma, Brahmapucham Pratishtha. The same Upanishad mantra says Ananda Atma. The fundamental principle, fundamental nature of your existence also is Anandam. Once you understand that, you will never enter the terrain of getting worried about anything. No worries, no problems, beyond all worries. And once you're established in Anandam, become a Brahmanishtha, then there is no more visiting this cycle of samsara. So, how to proceed systematically to realize our true nature? First, through understanding of the Saguna Brahmatvam. Let's continue the study of the 11th chapter. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Medeva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Idhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankara-Acharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Munde Guru-Paramparam Tutismati-Purananam Adayam Karunadayam Namami Bhagavat-Pada-Shankaram Loka-Shankaram Shankaram Shankara-Acharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Uttra-Bhashya-Kato Bande Bhagavanto Punah-Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dexinamurtaye Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanaham. All on cameras, chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Dimyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samaga ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः Now chant them 6 slokas. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Teshamevanukampartham. Ahamajnanajam tamaha. Nashayamyatmabhavasthaha. Jnanadipena bhasvata. Jyotishamaphi tajyotihi. Tamasah paramuchyate. ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परम् यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Now chant the 5 important shlokas which will help you manage all the things that happen in your experience in the world. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite Ananyas Chintayanto Mam ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं महाम्यहम् मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. So, always try and recollect this important shloka from Gaudapadakānika. Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayah maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthatah. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः. ॐ नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी. ॐ Understand shloka number 31, which you learnt in the last class. Arjuna uvacha आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्ररूपः नमोऽस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called as Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Very important chapter which connects you from basic understanding of Bhagavan to the ultimate truth, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So initially, for us, Bhagavan is somebody who has to fulfill all our desires. We pray to Bhagavan to solve the problems. What are the stages? Artha Bhakta, Artharthi Bhakta. So that is our attitude towards Bhagavan. Bhagavan is a means to achieve our ends, various ends, whether it is solving problems or getting wealth or even to know Bhagavan. We have to pray to Bhagavan. Saying in Tamil, by God's grace alone, you will be able to know Him. Ishvaranugrahadeva punsam advaita vasana. So all that happens as progressive steps towards understanding the ultimate reality. So here Bhagavan has taken the form of what? Layakarta. So Srishtikarta, Sthitikarta, Layakarta. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. All three things. Creation, sustenance, dissolution, all happens from the fundamental principle, supreme principle, which is Brahman. So when the Ishvara Tattvam, which is Saguna Brahman, manifests as the what? Destroying principle, dissolution principle, you are unable to comprehend. Similarly, Arjuna is unable to comprehend this form of, here it is form of Krishna. So don't literally take Krishna suddenly become like that. As I keep saying, as you progress in Vedantic study, you will understand Bhagavan is a principle. You will go beyond name form. How do you establish Bhagavan as a principle? When you remove the name, form, qualities, everything, automatically what happens? What remains? Only a tattvam. So that's why tattva vittu mahabaho. So even in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says tattva vittu mahabaho. Tattvam has understood its principle. So here Bhagavan has taken the what? Role, function of the universal dissolution principle. And so Arjuna doesn't understand. So he says Akhyahime. So just quickly Acharya's Bhasham, Akhyahi, Kathaya. Kathaya means please tell me, please explain to me. Me Mahyam, to me. Kaha Bhavan Evam Ugra Rupaha Krura Karaha. Krura Akaraha. It's a very terrifying form. Namaha Astu Te Tubhyam. Te means Tubhyam to you. Hey Devavara Devanam Pradhana. Prasida Prasadam Kuru. That means what? Be benevolent, be gracious. So to me, what do you want to know? Vijñātum, Visheshena Jñātum. I told you. Jñātum, Vijñātum, Visheshena Jñātum, Vijñātum. Ichchāmi Bhavantam. Adyam, Ādau Bhavam Adyam. Write down Ādau Bhavam. The first principle. Primordial. Actually, primordial also is a relatively explainable term. There is no origin at all. So ever existent is the actual meaning. Ādau is one level below that. Primordial being. Na he what? Yasmat prajanami tava tvadiyam pravrittim cheshtam. What are you doing? What are you doing here? I don't understand. Similar to I say, no, what we tell our children sometimes they take different kind of role and activities. What are you doing here? What is happening? Like that Arjuna is asking Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, though has taken the form of Vishwarupam, he is still a friend of Arjuna. So he will answer Arjuna's question. From here begins answer of Bhagavan, which are very, very important. Study now sloka number 32. 31 PV is done, right? Can you confirm? Done. Okay, now let's do 32. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krit Pravriddha Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Ritepi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Eva Sthita Pratyanikeshu Yodhaha.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत् प्रवृद्धः लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः ऋतेऽपि त्वा न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे एव स्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः.
Very good. All of us together now. Now Bhagavan watch has come. Spotlight. Correct. Okay. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krit Pravriddhaha Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Ritepi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Eva Sthita Pratyanikeshu Yodhaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So here Bhagavan is using the same term that Arjuna has used. What did Arjuna ask finally? Tava pravrittim. Underline the word pravrittim. Here Bhagavan says pravrittaha. Means what? Giving pointed answer. He's not giving what roundabout answer. Some people, when you ask question, okay, they'll always give roundabout answer. You ask him what is the right way, he'll say, normally you choose the right way. If it is not right, then choose the what is left over. Like that, he'll keep on giving all these roundabout answers. Bhagavan doesn't give like that, he gives direct answers. So he's saying that I am the mighty time. So Bhagavan now says, I am the time principle. Now, time is part of relative reality or absolute reality? Doubt. Time is part of relative reality. It is apara prakriti. Write down. Three things are coexistent. What are they? Time, space, and causation. You have to spend some time when you have got a weekend. Think through. Each one cannot exist independently. When you say time, time with respect to some entity, right? Time cannot exist in thin air. Similarly, time, if it is connected with some entity, it means time of happening. Something has to happen, something has to manifest or unmanifest, some change should happen. Without some entity being created, causation, time has no what? Value, no relevance. Similarly, if an entity has to exist, how can it exist without space? So it's all Vedanta. Understand, right? So Desha Kala Vartamanam. Say that means time, space, and causation are the triads which are coexistent. So when we say when layam happens, even Maya Tattvam merges in Brahman, and so this Maya Tattvam, when it is manifesting, the first manifestation is this what time, space, and causation. Among this, time is something that we all can recognize because we all bother about events, we do planning, we always expect something to happen at some point in time. So time becomes very critical. So Bhagavan says, I am the mighty time. So time also means what? Ultimately, the timing of dissolution. So time from creation to dissolution continues. So here Bhagavan says, I am the mighty time, Kalaha. So Yama also has got a synonym, Kalaha, because ultimate time that comes is the time of destruction, dissolution, death. So, so time, which is the destroyer of the world. So what happens when time comes? You say, no, his time has come. This person's time has come. That means what? Person is going to what? Die. Time has come ultimately. So in Tamil, you say, Neram Neringiruchi. So you say, no, time has come very near. So here time is an aspect of death and destruction, the destroyer of the world. So Kalo Jagat Bhakshakaha, write down. Acharya Shankara says in Shiva Aparadha Kshamapana Stotram, Kalaha Jagat Bhakshakaha, over time everything gets consumed. So here Bhagavan says, I am the mighty time. So nobody can beat time. Can you go ahead of time? Because you're always in time. Okay, within time only you exist. You cannot exist independent of time. So this time is the destroyer of the entire world. And he's saying in this role, as Layakarta, I am proceeding to destroy the people here. Why? Because their time has come. Our understanding, it's not that Bhagavan is destroying other people. No untimely death. Here in the war, what happens? Either you emerge victorious or you die. There is no in-between state. No? Sometimes injury happens, you are taken to hospital, that's a different case. But generally, either you emerge victorious, that means you live or you die. So here Bhagavan says, I am proceeding to destroy the people. Here means what? In this Kurukshetra war, because Arjuna is seeing all the warriors entering Bhagavan's mouth and they are perishing as if Bhagavan is destroying everybody. So he's asking Bhagavan, what is this what is happening? What is your no function here? So he says, I am the time principle, destroying the entire world. In the process, time has come for these people to what? Die, and so I am destroying them. So he says now very important statement. All these warriors who are there assembled in front of you who will cease to exist. That means what? Will die even without you. Means what? If we are thinking that we are responsible for some action, sometimes that is a wrong understanding. Bhagavan is saying that things have already been what? Forewritten. That means what? It has been already foretold that these people die at this point in time. So Bhagavan is saying that these people in both the armies, in not only what? Kaurava army. So in both the armies, they will cease to exist even without you. That means what? Arjuna is thinking, I am going to kill all these people, I am going to get all the papam, everything. So Bhagavan is saying, even without you, when time comes, they will have to pass away. So please understand, there's something called as instrumental cause and actual happening. So any event in our life, whether it is death or any other event, there is something that is an instrumental nimittam. So we say person died of heart attack, person died of some other accident, something, right? They are all only instrumental reasons. That means what? Say in Sanskrit nimittam, Bhagavan is going to use the word. But the time has come, the process or one of the some reason should be there, right? That reason will be different for different people. But what is the only truth in all the cases when people pass away? Time has come. So Bhagavan is emphasizing that I am the time principle. So very important message. All of us are facing that ultimate time at some point in time. So see, everything is time only. So better use the time available for the right purpose, for dharma. So now look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya, then you'll understand this sloka properly. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Two words, but not counted. Kalaha Asmi. Lokakshaya Kriti is one word. Lokakshaya Kriti Pravriddhaha. Then Lokan Samahartum is one word. Lokan, you can keep two words. Lokan, one word. Samahartum, one word. Iha pravrittaha. How many words now? Kalaha, asmi, lokakshaya krit, pravriddhaha, lokan, samahartum, iha pravrittaha. How many so far? Anybody keeping count? 8. Very good. Next. Rite api tvam na भविष्यन्ति सर्वे ये अवस्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः. Clear? 18. Very good. Now let's do Anvaya meaning. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So this is only a Padavibhaga. Don't count in the actual number of words in the sloka. Asmi pravruddhaha kalaha. So Asmi. There is Asmi. You're able to track? Kalaha Asmi. Asmi Kalaha. Asmi Pravruddhaha Kalaha. Qualification. Or Kalaha Pravruddhaha Kalaha. Lokakshaya Kriti Pravruttaha. So you group it now properly. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Asmi Pravruddhaha Kalaha. Lokakshaya Kriti. One group. Then next. Pravruttaha Samahartum Lokan Iha. Second group is what? Pravruttaha Samahartum Lokan Iha. Then the last group, Sarve Yodhaha Ye Avasthitaha Pratyanikeshu Na Bhavishyanti Api. Rite Tvam. Clear? Third group. Only three groups. Should I repeat again? Huh? Okay, I will repeat again. So first group, Asmi Pravruddhaha Kalaha Lokakshayakrit. So all that is first line itself, first padam. Then Pravruttaha. So Asmi Pravruttaha Kalaha Lokakshayakrit. Everything is there, part of the first line or not? Clear? Asmi Kalaha Pravruddhaha. Asmi Pravruddhaha Kalaha Lokakshayakrit. Next. Pravruttaha Samahartum. Second line, reverse order. Pravruttaha Samahartum. Lokan Iha. Things extremely easy. Huh? Lokan Iha. Then Sarve Yodhaha. Sarve is part of the third padam. Yodhaha, the last word of the sloka. Sarve Yodhaha. Ye Avasthitaha. The last padam, right? Ye Avasthitaha, same direction. Ye Avasthitaha. Pratyanikeshu. All part of the last line. Clear? Na bhavishyanti. Previous padam. Third padam. Na bhavishyanti. Api rite tvam. Clear? So, clear or not? Can you confirm? Huh? Anmesh speak. Very clear. Okay, now good. Now look at the meaning. Very important. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So the Lord is replying. So immediately, he's not waiting for some time. The moment Arjuna asks the question, Bhagavan is giving explanation of his present form, present nature, present activity, present function. So Bhagavan said, Asmi. Asmi means what? I am. I am what? In bracket you put. In this particular what? Whatever I am actually displaying to you right now, in this form, I am in this form, right in bracket. Pravruddhaha kalaha. Pravruddhaha means the mighty. Pravruddhaha. Vruddhim gataha. That means what? The mighty, which always exists, always continues in the relative world. Three things are eternal, seemingly. What are they? Time, space, and causation. How big is space? How big is space? Infinite. So wherever there is space, there is time. So even time is mighty. And wherever there is space, there is some causation. Right? So these three are fundamental principles, are mighty. So the first manifestation, Vedanta understand, first manifestation of the Maya Tattvam is Ati Sukshmam, is space, time, and causation. Causation then continues from the basic thing. What? From space, the causation happens. Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. First manifestation itself is space. Then akashad vayuhu vayo ragnihi agnerapah madhyah prithvi prithivya oshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam annat purushaha. So it's not randomly humans are created. Bhagavan is taking a lot of care. First creating space, because suddenly, you enter some city or some place. First thing you have to identify where I'm going to stay, correct? Sometimes in the flight also they will say place of residence, you'll have to enter something, something will enter, right? First thing you'll have to identify, go and what? Occupy some place, right, to live. So first space is created, because even to create that, whatever infrastructure or house or something, space is required. So first space is created. Space is a created entity, please understand. So in the Maya Tattvam, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas are in equilibrium. Nothing is happening. That's called Layam. When there is a disturbance due to the previous karma starting to get what? Rectified, karma of all the entities together, then there is a disturbance of the Maya Tattvam's equilibrium. So Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, which is in equilibrium, no creation. It's called Layam. Then first, when the creation starts, time, and then space, and then the causation. Because when space is created, causation has started already. So all three are together. So then what? Then Akashat Vayuhu, air, then fire, then water, then for us to exist. Because we have to get food. For food, there should be earth. So earth is created, then food. Then after creating food only, human beings are created. But the point, the moment you are born, you all ask something, something to eat, something to drink, right? So everything is made available. Can you see there is a proper order in creation? It's not random. Though it is Maya, there is an order. So here he says, I am the mighty, what? Pravriddaha. So, Vruddhim, Prakarshena Vruddhim Gataha. That is mighty time. Nobody can beat time. That means what? You cannot win over time. Time will ultimately win. The mighty time. Prabuddha is the qualification. Mighty time. And this time is what? There's time for everything, right? The time that people go to office, you have a meeting or you get some event happens. This time is what? The mighty time, which is Lokakshayakrit, the destroyer of the world. So here the time principle, Kalaha, has got one prefix and one suffix. It's all about time. What is the prefix? Pravruddhaha, mighty. And its function here is Lokakshayakrit. Lokaha means world, Kshaya means destruction. Krita means the entity doing. So the destroyer of the world. So the time. Ultimately, time consumes everything. They say, right? Ultimately, that means what? Whether you like it or not, want it or not, believe it or not, if you are attaching yourself to somebody, either of the two things will happen. What is either of the two things? Either that entity will leave you or you will have to leave that entity. Are you getting the point? Question of who is first in the queue. Are you getting what I'm saying? Understood or not? Something you should ingrain in your mind. So, while we want to possess certain things, use some things for our worldly activities, you should be very clear. It's called Vairagyam. To the extent that functionally you need to use that entity. Beyond that, any emotional attachment, psychologically getting attached to any entity is a problem. Why? Because this time, the mighty time, Pravruddhaha Kalaha, Ukakshayakrit. So sometimes what happens? You see, people pass away, but what they have built exists for 100 years after they pass away, right? Suppose somebody has created a huge building and you know the person. And when you enter the building, the person has, no, for example, passed away. You will say, oh, that person has passed away. But what he has created, that particular building still exists. That means what? This person who built the building, that person had to be ahead of the queue. No, that person went away, but the thing that he built or he or she built exists. Sometimes you build something in front of you, some earthquake, something. No, I'm not saying it should happen. You see in the world, right? Earthquake, something happens, it gets demolished in front of you. So what happens in this case? The entity perishes before the individual. Literally before means what? Went off, and also in case of time, that takes precedence. So please understand when Agama Payino Anityaha Tam Titikshasva Bharata. Somewhere you heard this. Agama Payino Anityaha means what? This all will come and go. There is no permanence to all the things, including your physical body. What is the message? Don't get too much emotionally attached. Use it as a functional item. Is it easy or difficult? Huh? Sir, saying is easy, sir. Difficult to practice. That is what is Vedanta, right? You have to apply it. So, do your job sincerely, whatever your role is, functionally, but do not get attached emotionally. All the messages coming. So, Bhagavan is saying, I am the mighty time, the destroyer of the world. So, Lokakshaya Krite. So, Bhagavan is not only a person who is very pleasing, giving only whatever you want. It's not only that. He's also Lokakshaya. Do you understand now? Layakarta, Lokakshaya Kriti, destroyer of the world. So what is saying now? Pravrittaha, I am proceeding. So what is your pravritti? Arjuna asked in the previous sloka. Tava pravrittim, the last two words, underline that previous sloka. Tava pravrittim means your function. Na prajanami, I do not know, I am not able to understand. So here same word pravrittaha, I am proceeding, I am taking on the role. My function here is what? Samahartum. Samyak ahartum. Samahartum means what? Total destruction. To destroy what? Lokan iha. Here lokaha means what? Lokaha means what? Here janaha, people. Ah, very good. So here the meaning of the word loka is people. Lokan iha. Iha means what? Here in this battle of Kurukshetra. That is, the battlefield. People will have to die. So who has been identified to die, those people are being consumed. Are clear? So even Bhagavan doesn't randomly. So also, no, Arjun also said, it seems you are liking to consume people, you are licking them. So that means what? You like to destroy, is it? No. It's a question of when the time comes for that particular individual. Everything happens in a particular plan. Doesn't happen randomly. So in the battlefield, they're very close to death, right? So people who are likely to die, Bhagavan says that I'm proceeding to destroy. Pravrittaha, I'm proceeding. Samahartum, to destroy. Lokan, here, all the people here in this, right in the battlefield. Now, this is the direct answer to Arjuna's question. So the good teacher, Bhagavan, not only gives a direct answer, but also gives some additional information. Second part is additional information. What is that? Sarve Yodha. Ah. So all the warriors, Yodha means warriors, all the warriors, E Avasthitaha. The word Avasthitaha came earlier also, first chapter. Anybody can go and underline that. E Avasthitaha, who are arrayed, who are arrayed in systematic fashion. Pratyanikeshu. Prati plus Anikeshu. Anikeshu is what? Armies. Pratyanikeshu, both the armies. So, all the warriors were arrayed in both the armies. Means what? Bhagavan indicating, other than the Panchapandavas, all the armies will get destroyed. So, all the warriors who are arrayed in both the armies, Pratyanikeshu. Na bhavishyanti. Bhavishyam means what? Future. Na bhavishyanti, will not exist in the future, will cease to exist in the future. Means what? After some time. Importantly, api rite tvam. Rite, without. Api, even without tvam, you. So whether you are there or not, whether you exist or not, by some other means, they will cease to exist. So when time comes, some kind of nimittam, some kind of reason will come for the person to what? Pass away. So please understand, Kalo Jagat Bhakshakaha. Time will ultimately consume everything. Look at Acharya's Bhasham. Kalaha Asmi Lokakshayakriti Lokanam Kshayam Karoti iti Lokakshayakriti Pravriddhaha Dakarshena Vriddhim Gataha. Edartham pravardha tat sruno lokan samhartum. So it means what? Says, understand why am I mighty. So Bhagavan is saying, Achal Bhasham is saying that, understand why I am mighty, because lokan samahartum, I am destroying, I am proceeding to destroy the entire universe as what? Kale pravrittaha. As time, my function here is to what? Destroy the what? Entities at that appropriate time. Rite api, very important. Bina api, it means what? Without. Rite api means without. Tva, tvam. na bhavishyanti. So Acharya says, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Prabhutayaha. Acharya is saying that all this earlier, no, he pointed out, I'm seeing Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all the people dying. All these warriors, Sarve Ebhyaha Tava Ashanka. So, ye avasthitaha pratyanikeshu anikam anikam prati. Anikam anikam prati pratyanikeshu. Anikam means warriors. So, anikam anikeshu. So, armies. Anikam anikam pratyanikam. Pratyanikeshu. So, in Saptami, in both the armies. Pratyanikeshu. Pratipaksha bhuteshu anikeshu yodhaha yodhar. So even without you, that when time comes, the armies, the people in both the sides are fighting. When the time has come, they will perish. So now, what is your job? So Arjuna asks, what is the function you are doing? So Bhagavan is replying, you have got a function to do now. You have got a role to do. While I do the role as Srishti Tilaya Karta, there are certain things that you have to do. What is that? Shloka number 33. Very important shloka. Understand, and this is be integrated in your thought process. Shloka number 33. What is the key message? 32. 1. Bhagavan takes the role of Layakarta, destruction of the what? Universe ultimately, but when time comes, each person has to leave. So mighty time, destroyer of the what? World. But here proceeding to destroy the people who are destined to die. And so all the armies on both sides will cease to exist, Bhagavan says, even without you, hey Arjuna. So what you should do? What is Arjuna's post now? Arjuna is still not got up to fight. He's still what? Sitting and praying and doing that. So Bhagavan is saying sloka number 33. Sri Bhagavanuvacha तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम् मयैवैते निहताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्.
श्रीभगवानुवाच तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम् मयैवैते निहताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्.
Very good. Together. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Tasmat Pamuttishta Yasho Labhasva Jitva Shatrun Bhungshvarajyam Samruddham Mayaivaite Nihata Purvameva Nimittamatram Bhava Samyasachin. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, you asked me my particular function. I told I am the mighty time, destroyer of the entire universe. Here I am destroying, proceeding to destroy all the armies here, but you have got some role to do. So Bhagavan is saying, I have already ensured that all these people will die. What you do? You become just the instrument. Get up. First, get up. You're only, you know, sitting. Get up. And in killing these people, you will emerge victorious. You will attain fame. See, Bhagavan is such a friendly person to Arjuna. He says, I will do all the job for you. Only simply do like this. No? Like they say, no? You only do play acting. Everything else I'll take care at the back end. Like that. So, Bhagavan says, I have done everything. You only become a performer of a small role here. You get up and directly saying attain fame. That means what? When you kill all these armies, emerge victorious, you'll be the most famous person. So get up and attain fame. How? By conquering all these enemies. That means what? they'll get totally destroyed. You will emerge victorious, and then you can enjoy this kingdom which is very prosperous. Hastinapura, very prosperous kingdom. You can go and enjoy. What is stopping Pandavas, Arjuna from enjoying? Duryodhana is saying, I will not allow you even a small inch of land. So this prosperous kingdom you can enjoy, attain fame after killing all these warriors. Understand this. Indeed, these warriors have already been killed by me. Means what? As a time principle, I've already made sure that their time has come and they will be no longer existent in the future in a short period of time from now. But what you need to do, be a mere instrument to just what? Carry out Bhagavan's orders, carry out my orders, carry out my whatever I have already ordained for these entities in the future. So, one of the attitudes for a karma yogi is what? I'm a mere instrument in the hands of Bhagavan to do my role. This kind of thought can be ingrained. It will be a great blessing. Then what happens? Two things you will do. One, you will do your duty properly. Two, you will not get attached to the result. So, principle of karma yoga also Bhagavan is indirectly indicating here that I have already what? Made sure that all this will people will die at this appropriate time. You be a mere instrument to carry out what is going to happen anyways. So, what is the message here? That everybody has got a particular time when they'll have to leave. So, as I told you, Ayuh karma cha vittam cha vidya nidhanam eva cha ayuhu and nidhanam. The age, how many years we'll live, and finally how we'll die is all pre-decided. So don't worry about them. One way to approach is don't really worry about them. Don't keep on saying how long I live, sir. Some people who reach old age, they'll say, I don't know how many years I'm going to live. I may go off tomorrow itself. No, they're lamenting. Some old people without any jnanam, they don't study Gita, nothing, keep on lamenting. Eh? Oh, my time has come. I don't know. All these things will keep on saying. What should be your message? Forget about what time I'm going to die, what is going to happen when I'm going to die. Use the time available to get punyam. Are you getting the point? Be in the present and do dharma, get punyam. Other things will be taken care of automatically. Just by saying I'm going to die, you're not going to die immediately. Just by saying I'm going to live eternally, you're not going to live eternally. Please understand. This is something harsh reality. Don't keep on bothering about that. So, Jnani, I'll tell you, what is the nature of a Jnani? Jnani is, once you obtain Jnanam, neither bothered about death or birth. What is the first sloka of Bhagavan in the Bhagavad Gita Jnanopadesham? Ashochananvashocastvam prajnavadamscha bhashase. Forgotten. See, when you come to 11th chapter, 2:11 is forgotten. Gatasuna gatasumscha nadushocanti panditaha. Yes or no? This sloka is the essence of entire Vedanta. So never birth and see why birth and death. Birth is the beginning, death is the end. When you're not bothered about birth and death, whatever happens in between also is included. Now understanding? So whatever happens during the entire life, nanushocanti, absolutely free from any worries that happens during life also. That means what? Now you understand the meaning. Huh? When you study 211, you didn't understand. Gatasuna, agatasuna. Gatasuna means what? Whose breath has gone away. Agatasuna means whose breath has not yet gone away, whose manifested or existent. A jnani is never bothered. That means what? Even between birth and death, all the activities that happen, jnani will never be bothered. The more sooner you attain this jnanam, Brahma jnanam, Atma jnanam, the more you will be blissful, peaceful. Doesn't mean what you start getting no overjoyed, somebody is dying. It's not that. You'll understand immediately. Okay, this is something that is a harsh reality. Everybody is go one day. It will be good for you to advise people or help people to get jnanam. Tell them study Vedanta, study Bhagavad Gita, get jnanam, vihached abedhi Ata satyam asti, here and now, soon. Understand this principle. Avedhihi means what? Understand this. Ata satyam asti, this is the ultimate truth. Achediha vedin mahati vinashtihi. Please understand, after the physical body is gone, can we get jnanam? Tell me. We all worry about somebody who's passed away, very close to me, all that. What is the best thing you could have done? Tell that dear person, study Vedanta, how be prepared. Anything can happen. Once you attain, what? Once you attain jnanam, birth and death will not bother you, right? Will Jnani be bothered about whether what? I'm going to die one day. Will the Jnani be bothered? I'll be born again. I told you one shloka, Bhishma Stuti about Lord Krishna. What is that? All forgotten. Apunya punyo parame. Yam punarbhava nirbhayaha. Shanta sannyasino yanti tasmai mokshatmane namaha. So once you become a jnani, not bothered about birth or death. Here, what? Arjuna is still in the transactional world. He's thinking, I am the warrior, I am fighting, I had to kill. So Bhagavan is saying that, what? I have already made sure that these people will be a mere instrument. So, Padavibhaga, do the PVA for 33. 32 PVA is over, no? Clear? 32? Clearly understood. Now 33. Tasmat Tvam. Clear? The Takara Vattu is there. So Tasmat Tvam Uttishtha Yashaha Labhasva Jitva Shatrun Bhunkshva Rajyam Samruddham Maya Eva Ete Nihitaha Purvam Eva Nimitta Matram. One word. Nimitta Matram Bhava. He Savyasachin. So Arjuna, unique no word addressing Bhagavan. You are a Savyasachin. Now, look at the Anvaya. Tasmat Tvam Uttishtha. Where is it all? Same word. Tasmat Tvam Uttishtha. Labhasva Yashaha. So Yashaha Labhasva. Labhasva Yashaha. Okay. So time is up. So anyway, we'll finish off this quickly. Jitva Shatrun. Same orders continuing. Bhunkshva. Samruddham. What? Rajyam. Bhagavan also knows this class will have less time. So same order is giving. See? Then Eva. Ete Purvam Eva. Two times Eva is coming. Maya Eva Ete Nihitaha Purvam Eva. So Eva is coming two times. Eva Ete Purvam Eva Nihitaha Maya. It's not Maya, it is Maya. Okay. Bhava Nimitta Matram Savyasachin. Clear? So I only read one word for you today so that you can think next 4 days. So we come. The meaning of the word Savyasachin. Acharya Shankara says Savyasachin. Savyena Vamenapi Hastena Sharanam Kshepat Sabyasachi Iti Uchyate Arjunaha. So normally right-hander, right? Take right hand, put the bow, and then you will do. Arjuna can also fight like this. You understand? Both hands. Or else we can only write in only one hand. Very rarely there are people who can write in both hands. And we are trying to write in both hands together, very difficult, right? So Arjuna is very capable. Savyasachin. So we'll chant this sloka and continue again in the next class with the Anvaya meaning. Okay, very important sloka. Commit to memory. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva Chitva Shatrun Bhunkshvarajyam Samruddham Mayaivaite Nihata Purvameva निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन् ओम शांति 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 ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम तत्सत् कृष्ण 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 शुभमस्तु समस्त सन्मंगलानि भूत्यात हरि ओम we'll meet again on Thursday morning India time so it's going to be Ugadi New Year tomorrow Monday is Amavasya after that Chaitra Masam is starting very important month lot of all the Ramanavami is going to happen 9 days everything so start of a new year let's all be very positive energetic welcome the new year this is the what Chandramana Samvatsaram, New Year is going to start. From April 14th will be New Year for the Tamil calendar. Okay. So let us pray to Bhagavan that the New Year brings a lot of peace, prosperity, happiness, and excellent weather because extremely hot it's in all places. So good weather everywhere. Hari Om Narayana. Ugadi. Very good. Narayana.